Hey YouTube family, it's your girl Lia back again with another video, and as you can see from the title, it is another foundation review Friday, and today's foundation is the Hourglass, and let me get this right, it is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation Stick. Now, I recently posted my Sephora VIB haul video, and I'll link that up above, and you guys were like, when are you gonna review the Hourglass? Like, when is that coming out? And it's coming out today. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with my series, what I do is I wear foundation every single day, Monday through Friday. Even if I don't wear any other makeup besides the foundation, I will wear this foundation out with different applicators, different primers, and all that, and bring to you guys on Saturday when I film my full week's thoughts. So these aren't first impressions, these are having tried out the products for several days and sometimes several years of trying the foundation. Now, this foundation particularly, I just got, so I tested it out this whole week. If you also are not familiar with my series, I list every single foundation that I review in this series down below, so you guys have an indication of my shade range. I list every single shade that I have, so you guys aren't wondering, and some of you guys are my foundation shade twinsies out there, and I know it helps you guys so much, so that's there for you. Also, in my recent videos, I've been getting a lot of questions, why don't you put your hair details? Like, you need to address your hair in every video. My hair is the main concept, beach curl hair, and of course I'm reviewing this hair. There's no questions to be asked. It's gonna be reviewed. Now, I'm gonna actually read the site claims on this foundation because I think it's important when I do this review for you to understand what the site actually says. So today I'm gonna actually read it. Now, this foundation retails for $46. Of course, my broke tail was gonna wait till the Sephora VIB sale to actually purchase this foundation, and that is what I did. So it's a little bit cheaper, 20% off. So if you guys missed it, it comes back around in the spring, so don't worry. They have only 26 shades. I am shade Golden Amber, which is described on the site as a medium deep neutral undertone, and there are only 7 shades darker than my shade. So you guys already know how I feel about that. Now, what the site claims in terms of coverage, it is full or medium. Skin type is for all skin types, sensitive, normal, dry, combination, or oily. So it says the finish is satin, and this is what it says it does. It is a foundation and concealer in one. This foundation's concentrated formula is infused with double the amount of pigment versus traditional foundations for an instant full coverage in one application. The long-wearing waterproof formula provides 12-hour coverage, and the innovative formula adjusts to your body temperature to effortlessly blend into the skin. So let's get into the application of this product. Now, like I say, I tested these products out with brushes and sponges throughout the entire week. Now, the sponge was garbage with this product. I'm going to say that right off bat. The sponge really did a terrible job at actually making the product. It didn't last as long, and it didn't look as seamless as it did with the brush. So, of course, I'm going to be applying with a brush today. For primer this week, Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Wash. I'm going to apply that. I'm going to first color correct because I have seen a lot of darkness under my eye lately, and then I'm going to apply this with my handy dandy brush. So the product is now applied, and this is what it looks like. Like I said, the Beauty Blender, although I love it typically for every product that I apply, just doesn't really work well with this product. I think a brush works, and I think any brush that you have doesn't have to be Sigma or anything. The first day, I think I used an e.l.f. brush, which is not as dense as this brush. Now, although I love my e.l.f. brush for a lot of products, I think it's a more densely packed brush that will work. So I use my e.l.f. brush, I used a densely packed brush, I used my Beauty Blender sponge, and a Real Technique sponge, and the product or the brush that won was a brush that was kind of more so in this kind of format, which is amazing. It makes the product go on seamless, like it says in the title. I think in terms of shade match, is an amazing shade match, and it'll definitely show up a lot better when I apply the rest of my products. But right off bat, when I first applied it with the first application that I applied on Monday, I was like, oh my god, is this the foundation for me? Now I'll let you know at the end whether that is the actual response that I had towards the end of the day and towards the end of a week. But my right off bat, applying it first swatch on, I was like, I love it. Now, I don't want to look like an Oompa Loompa up under my eye, so I'm going to go apply the rest of my face and come back and kind of share with you my thoughts. And then, of course, I'll come back at the end of the day and let you know how long wearing it is. Does it claim to be long wearing? Claims to be 12 hours. I'll let you know if it even meets that, so stay tuned. So this is how it looks when I apply the rest of my products. Now, I have to say, it layers amazingly well with any other product that I use, and a lot better than some other foundations that I've tried, surprisingly. Now, in terms of some of the claims that it goes with, I want to say first off, right after applying, the reason why I wanted to read what it does and what it says it does on the site, specifically with this foundation, is because it has that little caveat where it says it warms up to your body's temperature. Now, I had never seen something like that or heard anything like that before with any other product, so I was like kind of hesitant when I first read that. I'd have to say, when you first look at it coming off bat, you don't think it has that kind of quality where it can warm up to body temperature. I've never heard that. Even with other sticks that I've tried, and the only other stick that I've tried in this series is the Lancome, I didn't notice a specifically warming up to my body's temperature type of format with it. I'd say, weirdly enough, it definitely warmed up a little bit, a wee bit. It definitely helps. I think it helps it blend it out more, and I think it also helps it blend in and match your skin a little bit more. That's weird. I don't know. I can't. It's just an interesting quality about it. So when I read that and when I tested it out this week and I saw warming up to your body, I was like, I don't know what that means. But when you get this product and you try it, you'll see what I kind of mean when it says, or you'll see what it means when it says warms up to your body temperature, which is interesting quality. I don't know if it's helpful or hurtful to this product, but I'll definitely let you know my opinion at the end. So for skin type, it says all skin types. If you guys know me and know my series, I have dry skin. I'd have to say definitely right off bat with my skin, my dry skin, it applies and it works really well. I think it doesn't leave me matte, it doesn't leave me dry. It very much so makes me feel natural satin, like it says. It's very much so a satin finish. Now I'm going to get up in camera so you can kind of see this is how it looks. Right after applying it, I'm going to wear it for the remainder of the day and then come back and tell you guys my full thoughts on this foundation and what I recommend and whether I would repurchase this foundation. So stay tuned to get all my full deets out. So now I am back. It has been about 5 hours and I am back 5 hours in because I realized I'm losing sunlight. It feels like it's getting darker even earlier than 5. It's like dark around 4:45 now, and it's like it lights out, time for the night to end. But I'm like, no, I need to get the last little bit of sunlight that I can while I still can. So don't mind if it gets dark in some places and it gets light. I don't know what's going on here, but it is 5 hours, like I said, in with this foundation, and I don't have to come back hours later. Sometimes I do, but I don't really have to because I have worn these foundations out Monday through Friday. I know how they have reacted and I tested them out. Specifically, the longest day that I wore it was yesterday. If you follow me on Snapchat, you should. Miss Lia89. It was my company holiday party, and I told you guys I was going, but I was going there for like 30 minutes, and I was going to ease on up out of there. Don't do them kind of situations. So I was there, went there, and I had put the foundation on at 9 a.m. yesterday, and then I went to my party and stayed and left around like 9 and got home at 9:30, took the foundation off at 10. So I had about 13 hours of wear with this foundation, the longest that I had worn it all throughout and the longest that I've worn it and been kind of engaged. Of course, at the party, you have to smile and you have to do a lot of stuff and things I've noticed with this foundation. Is it long wearing? No, and I need to get that off the bat right now. I need you guys to know and understand about this foundation. Although it says 12 hours wear, it gives you a timestamp. It doesn't even say long wear. It doesn't say 24-hour wear. It gives you 12 hours as how long you can wear it. I'd say probably on a good day 8 hours, to be honest. I feel like I don't at all look how I look at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it definitely starts breaking down. Now, if you guys can see, of course, my smile lines are very much so exaggerated, but they're exaggerated on this side. I notice a lot more crinkly, crackly. It's like its smile line is here, and then I also have little stragglers and spiders, as well as up here. I don't know if it's going to show up, but I also have a lot of creasing up here, which is normal for my smile lines to break down, but not to the level that they do. And for some reason, they look very bad. I don't know if the foundation is settling into it, but it looks bad. I think this foundation overall, not just here, not just in these spots, overall in other places, it starts breaking down. I don't know if you're gonna see. Getting up in camera isn't really going to help it. I don't set any of my foundations in any of my series or in real life with powder, so everything you see is how it kind of still looks after 5 hours of wear. Like I say in all my videos, having dry skin, foundations tend to look the same on me at the beginning of the day as they do the end of the day, but not this foundation. I just found that it looked like it says vanishing. I think it starts vanishing on your skin after a certain hour, not just vanishing, looking weird, separating itself. Like, I don't know that property that I talk about early on where where it warms up into your body temperature. I said I'd let you guys know if that's a good thing, bad thing, how I feel about it. I think there's something wrong with that. I love the concept warming up to your skin and coming together with your skin, but I think it's also inhibiting it from having that longevity. You guys can't see because my camera is not, and this foundation, I'll say, does a good job at blurring things. It says, I don't know if it says anywhere in the claims it blurs, but I filmed a lot of videos today just because it looks good on camera. It blurs and creates things that just mask your face. I think it's Facetune and a stick. Now it's Facetune and a stick for, you know, 2 to 3 hours, take a couple pictures and then go ahead and scoot away. I think 5 hours, like I feel like if I wear it for a couple more hours, I can't film nothing else because it's gonna look terrible. And that's how I feel. Like I feel like this is a good foundation for putting on, taking a few pictures, looking very much so airbrushed, very much so seamless for 2 to 3 hours, and then right after that you're not going to be able to wear it anymore. Now I don't know if you're going to see, but my nose, if you can see on my nose right now, some of my freckles are peeking through, and it definitely fades. Of course, my nose and my chin area, two most touched areas on my face, fade a lot quicker than the rest of my face, but it faded away very early on. It faded away maybe an hour in and my nose is already freckle city. I'd say in terms of the coverage, medium to full, I'd say definitely if you use a normal amount, you're gonna get medium. If you do the most, if you do a lot of triangles with it, you're gonna get a fuller coverage, but you got to use a lot of the product and you don't get a lot. I'm not going to even pull it up because I have this weird thing about like twisting a product all the way up and it falling out and then me being devastated because I spent $46 on a product that now has been wasted. But you don't get that much with this product. So it's one of the least amount of products and the most expensive amount of products and the one that doesn't claim to last the longest of the products that I've tried. Overall, it's expensive for what reason? Because it has the Hourglass name? I don't think so. I found this shade match and I have to say, gets a thumbs up for me after I've talked about everything that sucks about it. Gets a thumbs up for me for shade match. I think one of the most shade matchiest foundations that I've tried on this channel. Some of you guys say, what foundations do you say get your seal of approval for being an absolute dead bringer shade match and being expensive? This gets the seal of approval for me. I like the fact that it's a shade match and it's neutral and it doesn't gray out on me. Some neutrals gray out on me over time. Some neutrals oxidize on me. This doesn't oxidize nor does it gray out on me. So I think it's amazing for those two qualities. So those are my kind of key major points. Do I think it's full coverage? I think it's more so leaning towards medium coverage. The price point, $46. I will want something that's long wearing. That's my main key. My main thing that gives it a not recommend and not repurchase from me is the fact that I, being dry skin, I always expect things to be a lot more long wearing on me. And this product wasn't. Was it lightweight? Yes. At the end of the day, I forgot I had foundation on. One, because it was so lightweight, which is thumbs up, but two, because it was vanishing right before my eyes and breaking down, which was the thumbs down. So if you're looking for something long wearing, look away. Look away. Look at Idole. Look at Maybelline Fit Me, I believe is long wearing. L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. A lot of foundations for dry skin are very long wearing. This just isn't one of them. So I cannot recommend it. I don't regret spending the $46 and I definitely will use it up, especially if I'm filming something. But I don't think I'll wear this foundation ever and like to work because I want to look. I mean, although I don't care how I look at 5:30 because I'm going home, I would prefer if I'm going to stop by the grocery store and meet my future husband that my face does still look the level of beat that it was at 9 a.m. when I got up and got my tail to work. So that is my thoughts on this Hourglass foundation. You guys have wanted it. These are my honest thoughts. $46. Save your bucks out there if you guys are a Lia Lavon fan. Just wasn't worth it to me. I'm so excited to try the Makeup Forever HD foundation though because I hear great things about it and I'm hoping that it gives me a reason to love stick foundations. So far, I wasn't a big fan of the Lancome Idole stick for my skin type. Not a big fan of Hourglass. Now I have, you know, Makeup Forever to look forward to and I'm hoping I love that. Make sure if you want to see that video and want to say subscribe and be a part of the Lia Lavon family that you click the subscribe button down below. Make sure you're following me on Instagram if you're not already at Lia Lavon 89. Make sure you're following me on Snapchat at Miss Lia 89 and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Be private show. Your friends they tell you say I be nobody.